Jamie Siminoff came to the Sharks with a pitch for his item, the Doorbot. He labeled it as a new form of home security, and he was right. It was something new. For it would actually go in the place of a doorbell, and when you tapped it, an image would be sent to your phone, tablet, or various other smart devices to let you know who was there without you having to peer outside of a peephole or window. If you think this sounds familiar, you know what this is called right now.
Think of it as caller ID for your front door.
But, as noted in the intro, the art of the deal is vital in Shark Tank, and Jamie wasn't the best prepared in terms of his numbers, making it so that only one of the sharks would make an offer, one that Jamie turned out. However, not long after, Jamie got a ton of attention from outside investors, including the one and only Richard Branson. They all saw the potential in this device and knew they had to invest in it. Oh, but it gets even better. You see, in February of 2018, Amazon, yes, that Amazon, decided to buy the company for $1 billion.
It's partnered with Ring in the past, but this time they are going to buy Ring, which is the smart doorbell maker.
And the item itself? It's now called Ring, and it's being used not just by many around the world, it's being shown off in various TV shows and commercials. Shark Kevin O'Leary went onto a show to talk about this and noted that he was happy for the outcome, but did note that while he wasn't jealous, he did wish he had made a deal on the device.
Why cry over spilt milk when you know there's another great deal coming through the Shark Tank?
With all that profit, I bet they wish they had seen this coming. Get it? Because of the device having a camera? I'll move on. 7. Chef Big Shake. Food is a pretty popular thing that has taken to Shark Tank, believe it or not. And it's not just the foods you expect that'll be on there, like I'll show you in a bit, but rather the odd foods make it there as well, such as shrimp burgers. Yes, this is a real thing, and people all over actually do enjoy burgers that are made out of shrimp.
Hey, Shake, that's pretty good. Thank you.
Sean Davis, aka Chef Big Shake. He went to the Shark Tank to help show off his specially made shrimp burgers, and even these hungry sharks couldn't deny that this was quality food. The problem with the pitch, though, was very common. They didn't believe in Sean's numbers in terms of what he said the company was and could be.
Everything about you's right, except for that number, and you're now at 40% for $200,000. I'm out.
So despite some great food, no one has gave him an offer. Yet. Not long after, though, a group of people from Davis's hometown came together to make him an offer that far outpaced what the Sharks offered. Because of that, he found his products in 800 stores across the US, and now it's up to 2,500. That's a massive jump in only a few years' time.
Didn't get a deal. I was tremendously disappointed, but as soon as I came back, I was welcomed by so much support, thousands of emails. A lot of investors called me and wanted to offer CBS Foods a chance.
Another jump that happened was his profits, as he went from getting around $30K a year to getting over $5 million annually. The irony here is that before the Sharks let him go, they wished him the best of luck with his business. Bet they wish they did more than that now.
I hope he really makes.
6. Kodiak Cakes. Sometimes the hardest pitches to see regretted by the team at Shark Tank are the ones that have the most heart to them.
Now who's ready to unleash your inner bear and start flipping flapjacks with us?
Joel Clark went to Shark Tank to pitch his business, Kodiak Cakes. What made this such a heartwarming story was that this business was inspired by his mother, who for a long time would actually go door to door in order to sell people her pancake recipe.
Kodiak Cakes is a flapjack and waffle mix. It's unique because it's made with 100% whole grains, has no added fats or sugars, and all you have to do to make it is add water.
Him and his brother were inspired by this and thus opened up a business where they sold not only her recipe, but other products that had a similar homemade quality to them. They ran the company for over a decade, but weren't getting what they want to, even after a business deal that should have made them more didn't. So they went to the Sharks. But the Sharks weren't buying what they were selling. Kevin O'Leary even called their products a commodity. They didn't believe that the brothers had sold about $3.6 million worth of products that year, so they didn't give him a good offer. Fast forward to 2018, and not only did the brothers get a bunch of sales over the years since Shark Tank, their annual sales are over $100 million. Think about that, $100 million for a commodity. Their success has allowed the brothers to expand their line of products and sell even more, and I can't help but think that their mother has to be proud. 5. zero shoes. When it comes to the odder items you see on Shark Tank, you can sometimes understand why the sharks turn them down. For example, when Lita Phoenix and Steven Sanchin came on to pitch their Zero Shoes line, you could see why the sharks weren't impressed at first. These two were self-proclaimed, long-haired hippies, and they made a line of shoes that made you feel like you were walking around in bare feet, but having more covering you. This was done via special materials that made you feel lightweight and not boxed in like regular shoes.
So what I'm going to do is, on one foot, I'm going to give you our 4mm Connect. This is the closest thing there is to barefoot, plus a layer of protection.
But the shock that took the sharks over the edge was when the duo said that their product in full was worth over $5 million. And because of this, only one of the sharks even attempted to make an offer.
Cut a piece of rubber, put a string on it, and you said that this is great technology, and then you say the company's worth $5 million, and you've only done...
No, we say the company's worth $5 million, and because of our industry
Because of what?
expertise.
The industry?
And it was much less than Lita and Steven wanted, so they left. Fast forward to 2015, and because of their appearance on Shark Tank, known to many as the Shark Tank effect, the duo sold over 1.5 million products. And in 2017, they grossed $5.2 million in profits.
Now you're invited to be one of a limited number of investors to join us and be part of a worldwide community.
And with new ideas and concepts in their Zero Shoes line, those profits are destined to rise even higher.
Lena is one of the most conservative and well-rounded financial people I know.
The sharks are surely regretting telling the two to step out. I'll move on. 4. Hycon LLC. Jeff Stroop was a guy who wanted to help people with his product as well as making money with it. But unlike most items on this list, his item would actually save lives. He made a special fire hose and attachment that would actually allow firefighters to latch on the hose to a fire hydrant in a quicker amount of time than they were right now with their current attachments. Anyone who has dealt with these fires before knows that seconds factor into how deadly a fire can be and how quickly it can be put out. He went to the sharks to try and help him expand the business and thus reach more people with his product. Ironically, not only did shark Mark Cuban offer a deal, Jeff initially accepted it.
Mark, I like your offer a lot better. I'll accept it.
But once the show was over and the deal was made to be finalized, it didn't work out. However, this was a blessing in disguise. For once he was free of the deal, he was able to build up the company his way, and the Shark Tank effect helped him to get his product out there to more people without having Cuban's influence on the product. Cuban himself offered $1.25 million to buy out the whole company, as well as other benefits for Jeff.
Plus a 3-year employment agreement at $100K per year.
But now, Hycon LLC is worth many millions of dollars. That's a burn Cuban is going to be feeling for a while. 3. Cell Helmet. David Artuso and Mike Kane understood one of the simplest facts about business. If there's a need, there will be a demand if that need is fulfilled. Look at your cell phone right now. How many times have you dropped it? How many times have you had to replace your phone because you cracked your screen?
We just happen to be the only company on earth who's bundling our protective accessories with a safety net of accidental damage coverage.
Well, these two guys came up with a simple idea to fix it, or at the very least, make sure it was harder to break. They came up with Cell Helmet. This was a case that would encompass your phone and ensure that your glass screen wouldn't crack without significant effort, you know, like having a car run over it. But just as important, they had a warranty system that would guarantee immediate fixes should something happen to the phone with the Cell Helmet on it. So not only were they making the product, they were promising to keep it functional should something go wrong with it. That's something not a lot of people would be willing to do. And ironically, this is what made the sharks not happy. They saw this warranty as a way to get scammed. Not to mention, there could be other big-name companies who could do this better without the warranty issues.
Load it out to the tank.
Thank you guys. Appreciate your time.
After their appearance, investors rushed in to pick up what the sharks wouldn't. And because of these offers, the Cell Helmet can be found in 3,000 stores across the US. In fact, it's fair to say that some of you watching this video right now either have the Cell Helmet or have an offshoot of it. I bet the sharks wish they didn't hang up on this offer. What? The puns are there. 2. Lip Bar. Melissa Butler and Roscoe Spears seemed like the typical they don't know what they're doing or pitching when they came onto Shark Tank. Even some of the sharks yelled out that this is a bad idea. But What was their idea? Well, they were selling lipstick. Now hold on, if you know the realm of beauty products, you know there are many, many different brands, and each offers something different. And, true to form, Lip Bar was a brand of high-quality products, and they had an interesting array of shades that actually did impress the sharks. The problem, though, was that the ladies didn't have a very good business plan.
The chances that this is a business are practically zero.
And their marketing strategy was very convoluted, including having a Lip Bar truck that was being made while they were pitching to the sharks. And thus, the sharks didn't make an offer. That being said, some magazine people were watching that episode and contacted Melissa and Roscoe not long after. This allowed them to show off their lipstick line to various companies. One such company was Target, who now owns the line exclusively in their stores, which has made the ladies very rich and profitable. Expecting a lip pun? Sorry, my lips are sealed here. 1. Rocketbook. I want you to think about a notebook. Any notebook, it doesn't matter which one. What is the one inherent flaw with that notebook? Simple. Once the paper is used up, you have to go and get another one. Well, Jake Epstein and Joe LeMay came on a Shark Tank with their idea of the Rocketbook, a digital notebook of sorts that would allow you to write whatever you wanted, and then putting it in the microwave in order to erase everything. No joke, it's the real deal. And they could prove it with their sales, as they went and did 2 million in them before coming onto the show.
We created Rocketbook. It's really just a pen and paper notebook, but take notes in your Rocketbook and scan them with the Rocketbook app to instantly blast those notes to popular cloud services, instantly organized for you.
For whatever reason, though, the sharks just weren't interested. Likely because they felt that in this digital world, having such a notebook was irrelevant.
Only reason I'm microwaving this book is to erase it so I don't have to buy a new one. What's the matter with you guys? Don't you want to sell a second book to everybody?
Well, they didn't account for the 10 million sales they would be getting after the episode aired. They took that initiative to remake the Rocketbook into the Everlasting Notebook, which got 2.5 million in support. And then it went on to Amazon, where it became their best-selling notebook of 2016.
Why would I want to erase it? Why wouldn't I want to make them throw it out or burn it and buy another one?
Guess the sharks had to see this item blast off without them.